Hi, and welcome to my video. I am just going to start a sketch right now with oil paints, and I have a palette half mixed. You can see here I have some lemon yellow and some white, little contaminated but still white, some Prussian blue, cerulean blue, some Indian yellow, and I'm going with those for the moment. I have a reference photo here that I'm going to use, but not stick slavishly to, because I kind of want a different shape. But I like the trees and the light in it, so I'm going to use those. This brush is too stiff, but we'll just start. This is basically just, and that's contaminated, great. It's just a sketch with Gamsol for an undercoat, really, for this. I want a nighttime sketch. The reference is not a nighttime sketch, but that is what I'd like. So we'll start here, and as you can see, I'm just doing very rough, what's called blocking in, and it doesn't really matter all that much. Just getting a rough idea of where I'll have my light and where I will fix the trees in, because they're obviously going to be my darks. Now I have a very, very faint sketch drawn on the canvas. Well, you couldn't really call it a sketch, it's more just a few lines guiding where things should be. This is just some more Gamsol, which I'm using because it's a first coat, and the idea of using the Gamsol for the first coat is so that it will dry quickly, and you'll be able to get on with the real coat of oil paints. That is oil with linseed oil. Okay, so now we're getting a bit of a better shade there, because you don't want it too lemony, but it doesn't matter that much, because as I said, I'm just blocking in, and we'll maybe have a burst of light there. I kind of want something of an arch or tunnely effect somewhere here. I will want, and around that then we shape the trees. And so we'll start on some bit of dark sky before proceeding any further. We can always change things as well. So again, just working very loosely just to get some shades down, and we might try a little of the blue on top here. Perhaps to the side. I'm not sure really that I like that particular blue, so we'll go back to this one is actually Payne's Grey, the darker one that I'm using. It needs a little more Gamsol because I want it nice and runny. Okay, so I'll just walk over that and here, and I will avoid splitting the painting into either this way or this way, because it's kind of a rule in painting. All the artists say it's the rule of thirds. So you can split the painting in three, sort of, but preferably not in two, because it can give it gives the wrong look. It's just too imbalanced. Okay, I'm going to bring that down here and over here, and I'll also just put some up there and just a little over here. So again, as you can see, this is a really rough sketch. You're probably wondering, can she really do anything with this at all? And I'm kind of saying, I certainly hope so. But it's okay to start out rough like that. Okay. Now I'm just going to put down some stark shapes of the trees that are here. I'm bringing them forward because that's not the perspective I want that's in that picture. I'm just using it as a rough guide. So I would like to get something like this tree, but much nearer, much more dominant in the picture. Okay, so again, just roughly sketching that out. I've got a nice sort of branch going this way with an elbow here, nice and wide. And because it's a night scene anyway, we don't necessarily have to put in lights, so we probably will at some point eventually, but it certainly won't be now. A lot of the trees where I live in County Meath, they're a bit smothered in the ivy. They get a bit strangled with that. These ones are not so bad for that, but they'll probably have some around the trunk. So we're just gonna do very rough. We'll come back to the skinny branches now in a minute, but just to get a tree shape down. Okay, kind of like that. And some more here. And that will give us sort of an arch. You can see there's one coming out here and quite a hefty one beside it, which will make for a good look, because it's got a lot of that ivy that I was just saying about some of the trees out here. They get a bit smothered with it, but it kind of makes for an attractive night shape, I think. It's very hefty looking, very strong looking sort of. So we'll make that coming right out here to the edge. And again, just getting a very, very general shape on that. But it will start to form the basis of an arch. Go out this way. We've got some more here. I'm just going to get some in here. I want a little bit more of this lemony light in the background here. It's a little bit bright lemon there, but mix it on the palette where necessary. As I said, it's a very rough sketch just to get us started. More. And we won't need it to come down any further than that, because we'll kind of make something of a horizon there. Just gonna put a little bit of white and lemony in there and here. Oops. Okay, now maybe there as well. Doesn't matter about that. I'll be doing a bit of brushwork there anyway. So we'll just put a few more skinny trees in, and